Hi again, this is Rick with AmazingAccuracy.com, and today is December 11th, 2014. It is currently 3:35 p.m. Chicago time. Okay, what I'm going to share with you today is the British pound, and the reason why I'm putting this video together for you now is because we have entered into a time period where there are a lot of indications coming together indicating that we may be looking at an important turning point in the British pound. Now, we're looking at the futures chart right now, but this applies equally to the Forex pair where you have the Great British Pound to the US dollar. All right, first things first, we're looking at a weekly chart right now of the British pound, and currently the price bar that's trading right now is week ending December 12th, which is tomorrow's Friday, December 12th. So that would be the end of this week, and each one of these price bars represents one complete trading week. And as you can see, prices had moved down quite a long time here since putting a top in July, week ending July 18th. It's been pretty much down with a few corrections, which we had forecasted those along the way. And then we are now down into this oversold area here. We have been actually for the last 4 or 5 weeks. And the reason why I want to bring your attention to this week, as you can see right here, there is this indication here. That is a weekly F date stating that we will likely see a weekly reversal, a weekly turn within one bar of this. And since we know that it's not going to be last week's bar, we got it narrowed down to this week's bar and next at the latest. Okay, the previous one was right here, and that's the last time we had a rally in the British pound off the bottom here, and it came up for a couple of weeks here, and that was the previous correction. And we're not showing the other ones here because this only shows the most recent and the current. Okay, so with that said, another thing that I wanted to point out here is down here. This is a simple MACD. Parameters are pretty standard. Down here we have the DMI, also known as the ADX, and they are starting to come together here. And when you start seeing something like this where they come together, they did it back in the major bottom last time. They're going to be doing it again here real soon. This DMI will start to, turn down, and this MACD will start to cross up. That is a strong indication that the bear trend of present is likely over for the time being. So we are now in a very important time period in the British pound where we are likely looking at bottoming here. Okay, let me take you quickly over to the monthly chart of the British pound, and you'll notice that I've applied a 180-degree time price square off the major July 2014 top. You can see that the low of December so far is not only in major oversold territory, and yes, there is still more room to go lower in that territory, but notice that the low is currently at time price support, and that's that ascending line that you see right here within the square. So we should see some kind of a rally, perhaps up until around the January-February point here, perhaps. But right now, for the short term, this is looking pretty good as support for the current lows in December. Going to the daily chart now, we're getting into a more micro look at the British pound, and you can see here that we had a swing top here. Prices moved down. That was the last daily F date. We had prices move down. Then we had prices make a bottom and move up off this F date. And now we're at a $ F date for December 11th, which is today. Well, currently we can see that this market is making a higher high price bar. So we know that we're to look for a swing top type thing. Well, if we're talking about a bottoming here, why would I be looking at a top for today? Well, because even with a top here today, it doesn't mean that prices won't decline into next week, but not go lower than the current low, for one. Okay, and there'll be another turn date to pinpoint that for us, and I'll even talk about those here in a moment. Or we could easily have either an inside bar or a lower low bar here, and then that would make for a potential higher swing bottom where we could actually trade off its high and then go long on the breakout of this line here. Okay, so I wouldn't be so concerned about this right here. This is basically telling us that we will be looking at some kind of correction back down again, either starting off with today's high or tomorrow's high. Right here, you'll notice that I wrote December 15th, S13. Okay, I have a book, as you may know. It's called the Market Forecasting Secrets book, and it contains 12 secrets. Okay, I have received letters and letters and letters about this book, and yes, this is a plug for my own book. I'm sorry, but I'm giving you facts. People love the book. Secret 13, however, is not in the book, but it is a bonus that you get 90 days after purchase, and I hold it for 90 days for security reasons, because trust me, a lot of people try to get this book, but they try to do it in a way that isn't not so kosher. Okay, so I don't want to just give away something as powerful as this, and so I have to protect myself and also everyone who's invested in the book, because we've all invested in it. Okay, but what I want to share with you is, and again, okay, you got to understand, nothing is 100%. I mean, I make videos of market forecasts. You can go look at them, and some of them don't work out. Okay, and that's going to happen. I mean, I'm not God. Okay, I can't do 100%. But you'll notice my batting average is extremely high. I have a high batting average of accuracy, and that's why I'm still doing this. For almost 2 decades now, we have been an active membership. So keep that in mind. But notice here I got December 15th. That's Secret 13. And what's very important too is that the majority of time Secret 13 produces bottoms. Sometimes it does tops, but the majority of the time it produces bottoms. And in this case here, it's Monday is Secret 13 time for the British pound. And I can't tell you what Secret 13 is, but I can tell you this, that, you know, we should be expecting a turn in the trend on the daily chart. That's the daily chart within one trading day of December 15th. Well, that means either December 12th, which is one day early, December 15th, which is on time, or December 16th, which is one day late. All right? All I can say is, hey, you know what? I don't care if it's within 2 days, because of the time right now where we are in the British pound. Everything is pointing strong indication that we're going to be looking for a pretty good rally here in the British pound within the next few days. Okay, so keep that in mind. So we got this going here. We also have this, you can see an asterisk here, 1218. That's the same as this one here. These are the additional percentage points of probability. Let's put it that way. They're stronger than your average bear, or I shouldn't say bear when we're talking bears and bulls, but it's stronger than the regular probabilities, and our probabilities are always high, 81% or higher. But these are like, wow, 95s on up. I mean, they're just fantastic. Well, if we're going to have one now, around 1218 is another one. And guess what? That's next week. What I would like to see with the British pound, because I like to trade low risk, is I like to see a swing top happening here, and for prices to start to trail back next week just a little bit, and then we look to buy off the highs of next week. I don't know. Let's see what happens. But I just want to give you this to tell you that within the next few days, important time in the British pound. Okay, hopefully you watch this video before it happens, but it'll be up there even after it happens, because it'll be something you can always look back to later. Thanks again for watching this video. I got to rush. I got to pick up my daughter from work. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I do have a free newsletter that I do send out once in a while, so check that out. Thanks again. Bye.